Hi, everybody in the vinyl community and YouTube land and the Beatles world. Second video of the day today. Because we've been doing a few of the more unusual or experimental LPs by members of the Beatles, I thought that today we'd have a look at basically one of the stranger ones. This is Electronic Sounds by George Harrison, and it was originally released on the Zapple label, the very, very short-lived Zapple label. And it is basically what it says, electronic sounds. So I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think this is actually quite as good as Wonderwall music. Put that down a little bit. That's better. But it is a very, very hard album to come by. This is not an original UK version. It is a reissue from a few years ago. So that is the front cover, which I think George drew that or painted that himself, didn't he? So it's Electronic Sounds produced by George Harrison. So is it really a George Harrison record or not? We'll see. That's the back of the cover. Grapple with it. On there, it does actually say Apple Records. So it's Electronic Sounds Zapple 02. And then there is another number, which is 5709031, which I think is the reissue number, to be honest. It's an interesting cover, you know. Inside, you get the Zapple in a sleeve, and then you get Electronic Sound. So side one is Under the Mersey Wall, composed by George Harrison. Recorded at Esher in Merry, England, with the assistance of Rupert and Jostick, Siamese twins, February 1969. Okay. Side two, No Time or Space, composed by George Harrison, recorded in California, November 1968, with the assistance of Bernie Krause. I think that's how you pronounce his name, Krause. And then there's like a little thing at the bottom says there are a lot of people around making a lot of noise. Here's some more. Arthur Wax, whoever Arthur Wax was. Produced by George Harrison for Apple Records. Published by Harris Songs Limited. Sleeve design, George Harrison. Apple Records, 3 Savile Row, London. So we'll have a look at the label, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. Yeah, it's a European copy of this from a few years ago. So that is side one with the Zapple on it. And that is side two, again, the Zapple. Really nice heavyweight record. I think it's 180 grams, to be honest. Now, I was after this record for years and years and years. As a lot of you know, I've been collecting Beatles records for over, 40 years. It's actually getting on for 45 now, I think, 45 years. When I first started collecting records. Beatles, I started collecting in 1980/81, just after the death of John Lennon, to be honest. This is one that I'd always wanted, but I could never work out why it was so expensive. When I did manage to get this one a few years ago, I was actually about to bid on an original UK copy. Now, the original UK copy was a hell of a lot of money. It was something like £175. And I was about to go like that, buy it now, I think. And I thought, do I really want to spend £175 on a record I've never heard? Didn't have any streaming device at the time. So I saw this reissue. it was brand new, don't get me wrong. And I thought £175 or £25 or £35 or whatever it was what I paid for this. Can't remember because, like I say, it was a few years ago. So I thought I'll take a punt, as we used to say, and I'll get the reissue. If I like the reissue, then maybe I'll get the other one, the original, for all that extra money. When I got this, I was excited. Don't get me wrong, I was excited. Played it, and then I thought, do you know something? I'm glad I didn't buy the original. No disrespect, but in my personal view, and it is only my personal view, I don't think this record is anywhere near worth £175. I can understand why people pay it, because it's a rare record. It's very, very hard to get an original, which is okay, but I'm quite happy with the reissue. I've had this a few years. I bet you I've only played it 3 times. It's just not really my cup of tea, to be honest. It's like your Two Virgins and your Life with the Lions and your wedding album, and it's, you know, in some cases even like the Thrillington album and things like that by Paul. I think if you really, really want it, you're going to get it. I've got this as a completist, and I was quite happy to pay what I paid for this, don't get me wrong. And it is one of them things where it's where George was at the time. It just seems weird that he'd done Wonderwall music, which had got proper songs on it. Then there was this, and then he came out with All Things Must Pass. In hindsight, it's what it is, which is basically what that sleeve note said, isn't it? It's a lot of people are making a lot of noise, here's some more. And that is basically what it is, electronic sounds. It's basically him on a, is it a Moog or Moog or whatever they call it? And that's it. It's not a bad album, don't get me wrong. It's not bad. It's just not really my sort of cup of tea, if that makes sense. I'm glad I've got it, don't get me wrong. I'm glad I've got it, and I'm glad I paid what I paid for this. But I'm also glad that I didn't go out and pay £175 or whatever it was for the original. Although, having said that, the original is now probably worth a hell of a lot more than that. So, but you know, if it's just something that you want to listen to occasionally, go out and buy this one. If you've got the money and you got to listen to everything the Beatles ever released, and you don't mind paying £100 or £200 for an original UK copy of this, by all means, go out and get it. I'm just glad I didn't. That's what I'm saying on that. Don't get me wrong, it is nice to have, but it's probably not what you think it is, in the nicest possible way. That's all I'll say. But you know, if you're a George Harrison fan and you want everything that he ever recorded, then you have got to have a copy of this, haven't you? You know, he liked it, didn't he? George actually liked it. I mean, it was in the recent George Harrison box set from a few years ago. You know, you got Wonderwall, you got this, you got All Things Must. So you know, it is an official George Harrison catalogue. I don't know. Like I say, I haven't played it for a while, so maybe after my dinner I might play this, and I might think, well, it's not as bad as what I think to remember. But I know at the time, if I'd have paid £175, I think I would have been disappointed in this, because I only paid £25 or £35, whatever it's that. You know, I wasn't that bothered, sort of thing. Yeah, all in all, it's nice to have for the cover, which is very, very different, isn't it? When you think this was made or released, originally released. Nice to have a painting by George, or well, I think it is based on a painting, not textured though. So yeah, if you want to go out and spend your money on original copy, by all means go and do it. I'm quite happy with this. Like I say, for the amount of times I've actually played it, I'm probably doing it a misjustice, to be honest. like I say, because I haven't really listened to it for a while. It probably is not as bad as what I think it is, to be honest. But so there you go, George Harrison, Electronic Sounds. Don't think it charted anywhere in the world, but it is. I've done it a misjustice, and I've done it a misjustice because it is an experimental album, isn't it? So if you bear that in mind, you might like it. I do still like it. I'm not saying it's crap. Don't go out and buy it. I'm just saying, if you're thinking about an original and you're paying 100 or 200, maybe £300 for it, just think. I think you might even be able to stream this now. So if you like that and you don't know if to get original or not, if I got the money, I probably would go out and buy the original. To be fair, but it's what it is. It is George Harrison experimenting with basically a very, very early synthesizer. There's some nice sounds on it, don't get me wrong, but it's probably, if you I'm not going to say any more. If you want to go out and buy it, I'm quite happy with the copy I've got. That's all I'm going to say on that one. Just a quick mention to a few folks. Thank you to everybody that is subscribing to my channel. It does mean a lot. I've only been doing this channel, it's coming up to a year, I think, now. And I started off not really knowing what I was doing. In some ways, I still don't really know what I'm doing. That's why I do the majority of my videos live, basically because I can't be asked to edit them. And I think if it's live, it is as real as it can get, sort of thing. So if I make a mistake, it's in. So yeah, thank you to everybody that has been supporting me, is subscribing, is liking my videos, is leaving comments. It does mean a lot to me. It's one of them things where I've been a record collector for, like I say, best part of 4 to 5 years now. Hundreds and hundreds of records, thousands of records. This is just some of them. I've got a load of white boxes there that are full of singles. I've got a couple of boxes and boxes like that full of CDs. I'm just happy to share some of my experience and some of my stories with you. Like this. Don't be put off. It is just my personal opinion that I don't think the original is worth the money. That is. This reissue is, but even that's gone up in value now. Some people will class All Things Must Pass as George's first studio album. But there was this and there was Wonderwall music before that. So that's going to be it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this little video. I have probably done that a little bit of. It wasn't meant to be sounding like I was slagging it off. All I was saying is I don't think I'd pay hundreds of pounds for that record. I'm glad I've got this. I'm glad I've got it. But I'm glad I didn't pay hundreds of pounds for it. That's basically what I meant to say. So don't be put off if you've got £300 or £400 or £200 or £300 and you want the original. By all means, go out and get it. In fact, if you've got the original copy of this, you just tell me if you think what it sounds like. This does actually sound good, but I think this is slightly remastered into it, I think. So until the next time, as always, love your records, cherish your records. From time to time, I have to get my teeth fixed, won't I? Let's take 2 on that one. I don't really do take 2s, do I? So, as always, love your records, cherish your records. From time to time, you will have to clean your records. Keep all your equipment, in nice order. Your record decks and things like that. Above all, play records, which I should really play this, shouldn't I? In fact, I'm going to. I will play this after I've had my dinner. So, until the next time, it's Beatle Dave wishing you all peace, love, and happiness. Everybody's got the opinion that I think people might think that's the best thing George Harrison ever did. That's all I'll say on that one. Everybody's got opinions. We're all different, aren't we? Some people hate Jude, some people hate Hey Jude. Some people like Queen, some people don't like Queen. Some people like the Beatles, some people don't like the Beatles. We're all different, aren't we? That's why being in part of a vinyl community is good, because you can all say what you think, and you're not necessarily going to get attacked for saying it, if that makes sense. Like I say, this is just my opinion. You might think it's the best thing George ever did, you know. So until the next time, peace, love, and happiness to you all, and I'll see you very, very soon. So until the next time, it's ta-ra for now.